How's it going, everybody? So, when I was buying well, actually, this happened before I even bought a Leaf. When I was researching mainstream electric vehicles, I watched so many videos, like I'm sure everybody else is. You're probably watching this video because maybe you're interested in an electric vehicle. But one of the things that got to me and that stuck with a lot of people, let me turn off the air conditioning here, that stuck with a lot of people was a lot of the myths that were talked about with electric vehicles. And the one I want to touch on today is your accessories, the 12-volt accessories, your headlights, your tail lights, your AC, blower motor, windshield wipers, things like that. One of the people said something about, oh, I couldn't even turn on the windshield wipers in the rain because I wouldn't have enough mileage to make it wherever the destination was. That's not true. Don't let anybody tell you something like that. So what I wanted to do was actually demonstrate how much does the 12 volt accessory use off of the high voltage battery. So let's go ahead and clickety click there. Let's go into the energy info. So right now we're idling and we're using about 200, maybe 250 watts. To put that in perspective for you, next to it where it says electrical motor, that's 80,000 watts. So to put my foot down all the way in this car, it would use 80,000 watts of power to do that acceleration. So when you're talking 80,000 watts on a full throttle accelerator, usually when you're driving, okay, let's talk about it like this. Usually when you're driving, you're between 20 and 40 kilowatts. So 20,000 to 40,000 watts is what you're consuming to maintain your speed on like the freeway. Okay, well, the 12 volt system currently, while we're idling, is using about 250 watts. And in comparison, that's a small fraction of the energy that the car's using to propel itself or whatever. So, what I wanted to do was turn on accessories one at a time so we can watch this jump up. Let me see if I can get you a good angle there. So, as you can see, we got where it says other systems, we're using, I'm just going to guess 250 watts. So, we turn on the headlights and you'll see it jump up. It jumped up a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe we're at 300 probably now. So we're using that. And then let's turn on some windshield wipers. Let's get some windshield wiper action going. You see it spiked to about half a kilowatt, about 500 watts. Let's get it to go on again. Now it's not even that. It's under that. Now let's turn the air conditioner on a little bit and get the blower motor going. Now, we are still using less than 500 watts for all of these accessories. I don't know anything else I can really do. Let me push the brake down. There's a little bit of power going through that, I'm sure. I think I'm using every 12 volt accessory that we really could. Let's turn some lights on just for the heck of it. And we're still under 500 watts. So in comparison to driving the vehicle and you're using 20,000, 40,000, 80,000 watts, this 500 is nothing. To step down off of whatever it is, 390 volts that the high voltage pack has to convert it down to 12 volt, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't impact the range like people would think. Now, climate control, on the other hand, can fluctuate. Let me turn these wipers off. Can fluctuate a lot more and use a lot more power, especially running the old heat pump or whatever this thing has. The 2011 came with a really inefficient heater system. That, yes, you can use 5 kilowatts off of the heater. That's huge when you're talking a 20 kilowatt, or 24 kilowatt hour battery. That's a big difference. You can deplete this battery in 5 hours just off of running the heater at idle. But now if I idled it, I can run it for 40 hours, roughly, off of just idling it with the headlights on. So that kind of gives you an idea. And then if we were flooring it, we got about 20 minutes before the battery is flat. So you can kind of see where I'm getting at with this is that 500 watts or 200, 300, 500, whatever, that small wattage that's pulling off of the high voltage battery is nothing by comparison to our AC, our heater, our electric motor propulsion. It's nothing. So no, you don't need to turn off the windshield wipers in the rain to make it to your destination or whatever. It doesn't matter. 500 watts is nothing in comparison to this other stuff. So I wanted to debunk this little myth that was going on, where people, the naysayers or the haters of the electrical vehicles, they were saying things like that in their reviews. And it's just not true. It's not true. And then, I mean, there's a lot more to an electric vehicle than than a gas vehicle. We're so accustomed to driving gas vehicles, a lot of stuff just goes unnoticed that in electric vehicles you have to actually pay attention to. One being terrain. Now, in a gas vehicle, if you got a little hill or whatever, it's no big deal. You just go up it, you use a little bit more gas, but you don't really see it. Now, in an electric vehicle, you see it a lot more because of the limited range of the electric vehicle. Right now, it's saying 64 miles. Well, if I started to go up a hill, for instance, if you watch my other video where I went up the mountain pass going over the Grapevine, it was only 40 miles and I was dead. I mean, I was dead from a full charge in, I don't know, I don't remember exactly how many miles, but it did not last me the full thing because of the topography, because I was going uphill. There's just a lot of different myths that if you're interested in leasing or buying an electric vehicle, do the research and don't be stupid about it. Do the research and actually like question what people say, even question what I'm saying. You see the figures on the screen, figure them out yourself if you don't believe me. I mean, if I'm saying something wrong and you want to correct me, say it in the comments. But yeah, it's not your 12-volt systems, your headlights, things like that are not going to affect your range. I mean, yes, they are technically. They'll affect it in some way, but you won't see it because it's such a small percentage. Like I said, we can leave this thing idling just the way it is with the headlights on for about 40 hours before the battery goes dead. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I don't know. I don't like the haters. I don't like people misinforming other people. If it was a fact, then fine, but it's not. So do your research. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try and answer them. If you're looking into getting possibly a used Nissan Leaf, maybe there's something I can assist you with. But yeah, that's kind of the myth that I wanted to debunk. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If I said something that was incorrect or you just wanted to comment on the video, go ahead and leave a comment below. And feel free to subscribe if this is something that you're into. I got a Nissan Leaf that's my interest at the moment. So there'll be a lot of videos coming out about it. A lot of things that I see online that a lot of things that were... Try it again. Once I was able to get the vehicle, there was a lot of things that I seen that weren't ever talked about online. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over with this, just to kind of give some people more information, educate a little bit if I can. So, like I said, if you like it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you got something to say, and subscribe if you're interested in this type of video. All right, take care.